Okay, I'm gonna give it a sec. But I have it. I've clicked start streaming. Just double checking. Okay. I also give it a sec. I have it. I've clicked start streaming. Oops, sorry. I had again keeping the window open so I can toggle back, but it was not muted, so you probably heard some bad audio a second ago. Oh, my room is closed. That's good. Just double checking stuff. I'm going to probably put this on tappers. I forgot to do all this. This is just me at the beginning of any stream. It's just slow. I'm doing my best. But I'll start pretty soon. And let people kind of come on in while I fix this. And get the word out. Oh, yeah, it also says page 1 of part 2. Oh, maybe that is right. Oh, the description's like an old description for this video. I'll have to change it next time so I don't just jump into streaming. Tonight's stream. Boom, boom, boom. And now... Oh, am I even logged in? Da, 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 da. Clickety clack, clickety clack. Is that right? Is that my password? It is my password. Cool. Alright, back to work. Back to work. Choose files. Riveting stream. I'm sure you guys are having a blast. But thank you for coming. I will check the chat in a sec. I'm not looking at that window. Forgot to get the word out on this. It would only do that. Boom, boom, boom. Cool. A thumbnail. Temporary, because I'm going to delete all these because they're not going to really make sense after the stream is over. Publish. Done. Cool. That's out. That's it. It's done. Just casually refreshing. I know. It takes a sec for it to pop up. Alright, back to... I have so many tabs open. I'm so glad you guys can't see the tabs I have. Oh, I had 2 of these. Hello, 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 hello. Thank you guys for coming. I'm going to just keep going with what we did yesterday. Yesterday we did tie-downs. We did kind of messier but cleaner drawings than the other one. So I'm going to just start inking the characters. I did do a couple redraws. I kind of messed with the background. This is a staircase that I drew in a different page that looked really nice, so I stuck it in there for a reference, but the ceiling has to be adjusted a little bit too. Or it just needs to be made smaller. Sorry. Ugh. And I think it's just good to get started. And again, if you guys were not here yesterday, we sometimes have some issues with the internet. If you see the window getting small like this, I have 2 different windows open. I'm on a laptop and I don't have a second screen to work off of. So if I want to check the chat, I have to kind of scroll out, and it makes the window kind of small because it's locked onto Photoshop, so you can only see Photoshop. So if I go into the internet, it doesn't pop up. And that might be a thing. So if I ignore you for a little while, that's not me ignoring, it's just I'm not reading the chat. But I will try and jump back and forth a little bit. I will be happy to chit-chat with people, have a fun time. Oh, but I'm going to make a line layer. I'm going to delete that layer. I'm using the line color. I'm still on the wrong layer. Make a line layer. Line. And this line layer is only going to have characters. So I have the same brush that I use for tie downs, size 6 of the Kyle Webster brush, Amazing Cartoon Nib 3, which if you use Kyle Webster's brushes, if you have like CC, Adobe CC, it's not offered anymore. I don't remember what version this one was, but there's definitely an Amazing Cartoon Nib in there. It's just not exactly this one. But this one's my favorite for this one. It looks really nice with this comic. I like that inky, brushy thing. The skirt is kind of not working in a way like a normal skirt would work, but I'm kind of just over it. You'll watch me redraw lines and get very particular many times, but drawing the characters are fun. I feel like I get more like that when I draw faces and when I draw backgrounds, but we're just inking. That's the fun of it. And I also do kind of a messy fill where you get a little bit of white underneath, so it kind of has that hand-drawn, papery, inky feel, even though it is digital. Her boots are super easy to draw because there's like no detail to them. That is by design to make it easier for me. And if you hear a that's my fan on my computer. Cool, that's all we have to do for this one. The characters aren't like, this is a very background heavy page, so I think the characters are going to be a lot faster. I don't like the placement of this bubble. I don't like how the lines intersect in this corner. So I'm going to probably move this bubble over, but I'll do that, I think, on a different stream. Actually, I can probably turn the bubbles off right now. I'll adjust them later, but that would involve me changing the text, and I'm not going to do that on the live stream. I'll go check the chat. So yeah, also, if we do go offline and I keep, like, talking, I may just keep talking to myself. Yay, thank you for enjoying the webtoon. Oh, I already see like this little what is it? The spinning wheel. Spoilers. Paper crane tutorial. That actually sounds really awesome, though. All right. Oh, you gotta go. Have a nice night, then, Seth. I'm gonna keep going. Y'all can. Oh, honk. Yeah, so go on, just draw and talk, and if you have any questions, you can obviously chit-chat in the chat. I will eventually get back to it, or if, you know, the signal goes out, I'll chat for a little while until it comes back up, because that seems to be the thing, is when it goes offline, it takes a little while, I stress out about it, but then it tends to go back up. I just add a little shine on the cheek. I think I need to give a little more of a chin, just like a slight, because this is... actually, you know what, I keep drawing that same shape, and I think it's just fine. Cheek. Circles are so hard, and Kawachan is all, like, circles and curves. No. But I feel like I'm getting a lot better. Ooh, I'm getting messages on Facebook. I will check them later. I already see I got a YouTube link. I'll probably respond. This is, yeah, if you haven't joined in the last chats, you probably have already noticed in the comic, especially if you guys are new readers, there's a lot of, like, flashbacks, especially that kind of start off the chapter, or the book, at least. So book 3 does open up with a flashback, so these two do not have the same wear and tear. There's no, like, cuts in the tights. The bow is still intact. I don't think Kawachan has, the claw marks on the body of the suit. Whoop. So this is kind of like the first couple days of the whole ordeal. I'm gonna just kind of fill in her hair. I always leave a little bit of white at the top, kind of a messy white, so that it kind of shows off like a highlight kind of thing. Again, I like that hand-drawn sort of thing. And now back to these. Wait, are these guys? Oh yeah, they're done. These guys are done. So yeah, I don't think the characters are going to take us too long. When I did book 2's live streams, it was 2 characters. It was her and her brother, and they were talking, so there was a lot more conversation. They were a little more in the frame. There was more of them to draw. This one, they are kind of smaller in the frame, although we have like these 2, but even like this bottom. Whoa, I hit the fill button. This one is going to be very fast because the characters are very small. So this is a very background heavy page. Oh jeez, Kawachan, your face is so weird to draw. I draw Kawachan differently so many times. I do my best. Just a little bit of the eye. Already this fan. I'm going back to the jet. Not circles and curves. Yeah, and also thank you for if you guys just recently discovered it, it's really, this weekend's been very exciting because it got up front page banner, which has been bringing in a lot of new people, and I'm really excited about that. It's really cool to meet new people, I guess, or have people at least enjoy something that I've been doing. I'm very, very excited. I had a video yesterday of me when we hit a certain goal at work. A friend videotaped it, and I was very tired, so there was dabbing involved. Very like sleepy looking dabbing. It's on my Instagram. So it's kind of been, it's been wild. It's been a wild couple 2 days. Oh yeah, I did a lot of minor adjustments that you probably don't notice from when I drew the tie downs yesterday. Like you can already tell this is where, oh no, this is actually something else, but like I messed with a lot of this side of the room. I messed with the placement of these guys. I looked at a different page where I could see this front foyer better, and I like adjusted how thick the walls were. The door got moved over. So, and I designed the door. I didn't like give the door a design because I wanted to look up like a Japanese suburban home to kind of see what their doors look like. Let's get that extra bit of detail in there. Ooh, it's wobbly hand. I'll fix this a little bit. Ooh. I actually finally drew a hand on Kawachan. I think I left this like area blank last time and just sort of forgot about the hand and then thought that I deleted it. It was a whole journey we went on yesterday of me trying to figure out what happened to the hand. I think the whole journey lasted about 10 seconds, but I was very confused. So remember to do these little face. These are going to be very small in the frame, so it's not going to be super big, but I use a pretty big file size so I can zoom in quite a bit. I'll try and get her face looking a little bit. Her eyes were a little lopsided, so I'm going to try and bring this one down in this version. Because she's so small, I'm trying to draw very light so the lines aren't like thick. Because this brush can be very thick, very thin, which is what I like about it. No, I think this doesn't quite. I like this little like flip up. Such a difference, but I think it helps. Ooh, too thick. I think I had just like, I wasn't really on my game yesterday trying to draw her face. I kept having to like redraw her. Her expressions were not working for me, but they're coming together. I'm glad, I like what we've come up with, at least. And she's got a very round face, kind of, not a super defined chin. But her hair is my favorite to draw. I like drawing all these strands. And she does have messier hair, so I have to remember to add, like, the flyaways. I'll go back to the chat. Tell myself to check. Cool. Yay, people are actually coming! Yay! Yeah, I don't know how people find webtoons either. I have no idea how the whole website works, to be honest. People will say things about like how top comments work, and I don't get it. Um, or like the how important it is. I have no idea, but it's or like what featured means. It's taken me a long time because it was kind of impromptu that I joined Webtoons. I just kind of noticed they had a comic contest, and I was like, "Hey, I got a comic right here that I'm working on." I wasn't finished with this comic, but I had it started, and I started posting it, and I have no idea how the website works, but it's very exciting, and I'm glad that people are enjoying it. Ooh, drawing hands, my favorite. I love drawing hands. That works. It's small, so we don't have to make it look super good. It can work on its own. Because what's 100%? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that hand doesn't matter. It's too tiny. It's fine. Oh, yeah, she's got like a her shirt is kind of lipped at the ends. So I guess is her summer uniform. Whoop. Oh yeah, and I remember I had trouble with this hand. So let's see if we can get whoop, the thumb. Yeah, oh, it's already like working better. It's still like awkward looking, but again, it's like a hand, sort of. It's wrapping around. Whoop. Doot, doot, doot. Right. Just want to make sure like she's good overlap, and then I can draw Kawachan behind her. So yeah, because I'm keeping the the colors very easy. It's nice to just do all the characters on one layer, all the background on another layer. If I was doing more colors, I might have to like break it up more. But this webcomic was specifically designed to not take me 10 hours, but still have a very stylized look, which I wanted. Obviously, you can tell the whole thing is pink if you haven't noticed. That is by design, but it's also a easy pink. Oh yeah, forget your ties. Okay, so that's. Ooh, let's do also finish off her skirt. Let's finish up Kawachan. This goofy bell-shaped costume, and obviously very inspired by Cheetan's like shape, especially, and that I didn't exactly want to do that. It was obviously inspired by Cheetan, but I didn't expect to like take some of the shape design. But a lot of Japanese mascots are very sculpted, like American mascots are like home mascots. Even Mickey Mouse in the Disney parks is very like big head with like a human shaped body, and Japanese mascots are very like the whole body is like a big sculpted thing, and then maybe like like look at if you look at even the Pikachu costumes that have been going around, those are very sculpted, but those also don't have super movable arms. Like Cheetan has a movable head. Um, the arms can move; they like join at the shoulder, and the legs can move. So Cheetan is actually a pretty mobile costume, and that's why like it kind of needed to be Cheetan, Cheetan's look. So that's kind of another inspiration that Cheetan got. Let's fill her hair. Sometimes I wait till the end to do this part because it can be kind of tedious. But for the smaller ones, I can just sort of go with it, and I usually just do a line of shadow to highlight. This side of her face where she's facing is always darker, and then I keep like a white line up here. If I add like shine on her bangs, it's just too much. I think people get really into doing like shines on hair, and it gets a little too messy and too busy, and I don't want that. So just one about here is about fine. And then her skirt pattern I'll put on a separate layer, but that's a different color, so I'm going to wait on that. Oh yeah, and then these, I forgot. And it's nice, I don't have to draw the holes. Oh yeah, I'll check the chat. Cool. Wait, what now? Dabbing, yeah. No one called the police yet? I dab way too much. I'm definitely, I'm stupid about dabbing. Yeah. No, we lost some people. We probably lost some people because, you know, people don't have to sit through the whole stream. It's just me drawing. It's if you want to come and join, you come and join. If you don't, you don't. It's just like a fun event that I think is kind of a cool way to like actually talk to people. I don't know if it's like the best form of communication because I have to like read a chat and I have to ignore it while I'm working, but yeah, this drawing is super clean already, so I'll just keep going with it. But I don't know, I've always wanted to do streams, and I think this is like a cool project to incorporate streaming with, but I don't want to do it too much because then it, you know, that's all of my work. And I think I also work a little slower when I'm talking to people. I work pretty slow if I'm just kind of procrastinating in that mood. I'm sure you all know what that feels like. Oh. The eyes always give me problems. Aha! That was a good eye. Yeah, I think like the added chat is it's good for doing like the first page, I think. So I will probably keep that tradition going. People do not have to watch it or join in the whole time, but it is cool to like kind of say hello to everybody in the real time or the lagging time. I'm really hoping the internet works good today. Yesterday was such a nightmare. I felt like ugh, and it would just keep going out, and I feel like I'm jinxing it because I'm talking about it now, but it'll happen. I'll start drawing, I'll talk, and then realize it's been out for like 2 minutes. But it always went back up. It always came back. Ooh, kind of lumpy chin there. Not that bad. Yeah, not that bad. Okay, ear. I'll get rid of these like lines out here when I'm done. I'm gonna just kind of keep drawing all over the page. And then after I'm done with like backgrounds and shadows and all that, I will get rid of everything outside of the panel line. But I don't care about that now. I'm gonna do whatever I want. And round, and round. The proportions change all the time, Kawachan. It works though. It's fine. Shoulder wrinkle. Pocket. I can't start doing songs again because yesterday I had a particular song from a particular video game, and I'm not gonna say it or it's gonna get stuck in my head again. But I'm gonna try my best not to get into singing songs. Also, CRJ was stuck in my head too. She has a new song. Your chin, your hair is super like fluffy in this one. I don't know why your hair looks so clean and fluffy. You live in the apocalypse. Why do you have such nice hair? It's because drawing nice hair is more fun. I don't know. Probably. Check the chat. Cool. Okay, wow, it's actually working. Things are actually working. I'm double checking the chat. You're making a plush of Kawachan right now? Yeah, you have to, if you do that, you should definitely post it on Instagram or wherever you do, but I have, you can always tag me in Instagram, because that sounds really awesome. It sounds actually really awesome. That's gonna be like something I'm thinking about for a while now. Like, oh, what are you doing? I want to know. That's crazy. That's crazy. And we're gonna just keep going, keep working, because I'm gonna get too excited about it. Okay, yeah. Oh shoot, no. How to draw a collar. Oh yeah. So at this point, she does have the collar with the bite out of it. Not really a bite, but it's torn. which she might be getting some updates to her look in this next book. The look that she's got right now might be on its way out the door, which is kind of nice, kind of exciting. This is one of those, like, I have an excuse to draw them in the same outfit every day kind of thing sort of story. But I'm going to probably change it up soon. I mean, I am. I've already written book 3. But I'm working on page 9 still. So after this is done, this page is done, we will have 8 pages done. 8.5, because page 9 is about halfway done. I just didn't get a lot of it done today because I decided it was such a lovely day, I needed to go to the park. I saw a raccoon in Brooklyn. It was beautiful. I took pictures of it. I should put them on Instagram. I was super excited to see a raccoon. But the leaves were lovely. Fall is the best. Cool, that's a good picture for her. I'm going to just wait to do her hair. I'll do that at the end. But I will keep going with the lines because really we're about halfway done with this page with the characters, which is very nice. Sometimes inking goes by very fast, sometimes it goes by very slow. Oh, that was actually a good line, and I got rid of it. It works. I'll just kind of clean that up a little bit. Sometimes I'm very good at drawing Kawachan's whole head, and I can just sort of swipe and, like, it's just kind of too flat. But today does not seem to be one of those days, which is fine. We all have those days. Oh, and now Hannah Montana's stuck in my head. I should not have said that. Going back to the chat. I don't need it. I don't need it. Oh yeah, Kawachan is a dog mascot. I think everyone's just kind of adopted Kawachan as being a bear. But I've always envisioned it as a dog character. How to get fluffy hair. Yeah, I don't know how you get clean. I mean, am I going out? Yeah, in the canon, I think we've already seen in episode 2 or book 2, she does find soap and clean their clothes. She does clean clothes in, like, the river. So I think if anything, she does try and find laundry soap and clean herself every once in a while and clean the costume for Kawachan. So that's not a necessary thing. That's probably a good, like, feel fresh, feeling good, feeling fresh kind of thing. Ooh, gotta get these eyes done. No, no, I don't like it. No, no, no. Yes, I'll accept that one. I don't like this one anymore. Oh, keep it going. Oh yeah, and because we already had talked about this too in the last one, but because Kawachan does have slanted eyes and the eyes look to, like, the left, they do kind of have, like, a crazy look to them. There's something odd, like, kind of googly about them, which is sort of like a slight off-putting detail that I like about it. And if I was being really detailed, these eyelashes are supposed to kind of be rounded at the end, but I never draw that because I'm just kind of going. I'm just trying to get it done. But I think if I sat and, like, really worked on the detail, these eyelashes are kind of raindrop shaped. So that's fun. Oh yeah, let's actually keep these closer to the size that they're supposed to be. Oop. It's also very weird and interesting trying to put, like, emotion on a character that doesn't emote with facial expressions like Kawachan does and doesn't really talk. So you have to do things in poses, and the costume does not lend to, like, some crazy poses. So it's sometimes a challenge to kind of see what Kawachan is thinking or reacting to. But hopefully that kind of comes in somewhere. It's a fun character challenge. That's all this comic was supposed to be. Ooh. Just a fun project. Oop, nope. Check the chat. Not showering for weeks, yeah. Yay, thank you. It's a miracle. Is this spoilers for the next episode? This is a flashback for the next episode, basically. So book 3 starts with a flashback. So I don't really think it's exactly a spoiler. I think book 1 is usually a non-spoiler, but yeah, we don't. She doesn't have her jacket yet. Kawachan does not have a broken bow yet. This is about a day or two after they first met, so they are still pretty intact. But we did also talk about it in the last one. I think I revealed that this is Yuna's house that they're in. Oh, I'm gonna add the. I don't always add the tongue on this little face. I'm gonna just do it today. Let's just call it a day. So yeah, I don't know if it's a spoiler for like actually what's happening, but it only lasts like the first update, and then we get back into the swing of it. I kind of like that format of we go back and forth a little bit with and they kind of slightly tie into the theme of the book. I think book 4 I think is going to have like them during the evacuation period when there was still being evacuations and there are still more people. So we'll see like them reacting to more survivors before they all kind of disappeared. But that's fine. I'm just going to tell you that. Because again, it doesn't really tie into like the full story. That's the past. And I'm not telling you exactly what happens during it. That's the setting I think book 4 will open with. And usually I have like 2 bits of the flashback. One at the beginning and one at the very end. And that's how I think the format's probably going to be. Because they already have a lot of items, like the jacket, the bag, the phone. This flashback is kind of going into how she got her phone, because obviously she fell in a river. She did not have her phone on her during the first attacks. So this is her going back for her phone. But obviously more happens than that. It's just like a kind of the placeholder of where we are. So I think we're going to just kind of see more of her backstory, how the 2 of them sort of like have been surviving up until now, where they got some of the items that they have, maybe like the backpack that she has, although I think she just gets it from home, but I probably have notes about that somewhere. I probably gave up a lot of information, but not in like the typical storyline. Oh my god, you're adding ears? What programs do you use and what computer are you using? I'm using a MacBook Pro, which you don't have to. Ooh, it's going out. Okay, is it back? Okay, I think it just went out for a sec, and I just wanted to make sure. What was it again? I'm so sorry. Oh, what type of computer, what program? I am using Adobe Photoshop Creative Cloud. You do not have to use Creative Cloud, but obviously if you know anything about Adobe products, you can't really buy the physical copies anymore. So I'm using the subscription Creative Cloud and whatever version. I probably have to update, but just haven't, because updating is scary and sometimes it ruins everything. And the computer I'm using is a MacBook Pro. I had to get a new one a couple years ago, about maybe 1 summer ago. I think it's about a year old now. And I had a different MacBook. You do not have to obviously get Mac products. I'm not like a stickler for like, you have to use Mac. You can use whatever one you want. But I use mine a lot for work and for some 2D animation programs, they tend to like Apple products better. There's like, it's not a super conspiracy, it's like an actual thing of like brand loyalty to programs. So some 2D programs, 2D animation programs work better, I guess, air quotes, better on a Mac. So I have just kind of been using Mac for a little while. and I got it during when the school sales were going. So, because Macs, I mean, any laptop's expensive, but it's just, I need it for work. It's tax deductible. If y'all want to talk about taxes, we do not need to talk about taxes. Fix her skirts. It's very angular right now. I'll check the chat. Draw a scene that has a crowd. Put a lion in the crowd. Oh, I've definitely put Easter eggs in crowds. There is a setting in this next book, or in, I would say, chapter 2 of book 3, that is in a location that has a lot of detail involved, and there are little Easter eggs within the location because there's a lot of time for me to sit and draw things in there. I know I'm going to hate it in a little bit because it's just going to be a lot of work for me to keep drawing this background, but it looks nice so far, so I guess it's good. But you can keep an eye out for dumb Easter eggs. And there is a crowd scene, I think in chapter 4, that has probably not well-drawn versions, but versions of myself and a friend who is like, please draw me in there. So we are both in there. I think it's one of the only characters that has, like, not dark hair is probably me. I don't exactly remember what it looks like, but I'm in there somewhere. And my friend is also in there. So yeah, you can do anything. Art is amazing. Okay, what? I'm gonna go back to this. I know I said I was gonna do this whole, like, shading everything in at the end, but I'm dumb and I just kind of started, so that's it. I'm only putting this, like, white highlight because it goes over to the underside of the skirts, so I'm just drawing that. The tights don't normally have that, and again, I can be kind of messy with how I shade these in, but I'm going to make sure at least the ends are good. A little bit of white peeking out is part of the look. That is by design. That's not by me being lazy. I like that. So I can kind of, like, cross in there a little bit. Yeah, it looks pretty good. They're tights. It's kind of an awkward foot going up the stairs, but we're going to call it a day. And actually, I might do Kawachan on a separate layer, because I'll do, like, the stairs on one layer so that I can kind of go over Kawachan. I'll do Kawachan as their own layer. That little heart nose. There's definitely, like, I noticed this when I did Inktober. I did a Yuna and Kawachan drawing, and I'm not the greatest with inking, like, in like the traditional sense, because I've been doing a lot of digital, so I get very, like, confident with digital and not confident with ink. And when I drew Yuna and Kawachan, I was definitely way more confident because I've been drawing them a lot, so I've gotten quite good at just going for it with these two. But, like that. The ear, the other ear. Oh, whoa. Bulbous head. I am very bad with size differences, so sometimes Kawachan's head is very large, sometimes Kawachan's body is very short or large, sometimes Kawachan is super tall compared to her. It's all good, and I'm going to fix this because this is very lumpy, and I'm going to fix it here because this is also very lumpy. We just got to join it all together. We'll get there. We'll get there. Excuse me, wow. And fix it, fix it. There we go. There we go. Okay. With fingers, a kind of shy pose of joining the hands together. I think the way I described this part is Yuna and Kawachan are kind of like those two friends at a party, and then one of them breaks off and leaves the awkward one alone. That's kind of what's happening right now. So that's the feeling we want to get through. Check the chat. Oh no, am I going in and out? Is it working? Oh, okay, it's working. I'm going back up and just reading a couple things. Oh, what made me think of using mutants? I didn't want to do zombies. And I wasn't sure if I wanted like a whole Mad Max situation where everybody's just sort of, oh, it's going in and out. A Mad Max situation where there's like gangs in like a wasteland. Is it recording me? I have no idea. YouTube is telling you to take a break from commenting. What? You need to draw a scene that has a crowd. You should add a lion in the crowd. I mean, I could. Could you better than me at drawing? What state do I live in? Right now I live in New York. I live in New York City. Those boots are stylish. Those boots, look in a store, you would never find boots that just have a tie at the top and just nothing else. The chat is chill and I'm commenting my life away. Yay! Yeet. I know, yeah, it hasn't ended, but it could lag a lot. I'm just sitting here talking. I'm just kind of reading things again. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm just, the internet is doing its thing. Going back to adding more stuff. Because we are almost on the last panel of these two. At least of the character layer. And then we can start some backgrounds. If this, process goes faster than the other one, because when I did book 2, I mean, live streams, they were very it took me 3 goes to get everything done. One, we did have a problem with the Wi-Fi, and it cut everything short, so that we had to completely abort the whole thing. I think that only lasted a half hour, but oh yeah, gotta add these. There is a little Easter egg. I don't even know if it's an Easter egg, but I kind of stopped. I had a drawing accident once, and I thought it was cool, so I kept it. But if the helmet or the head, I guess it's not really a helmet, is ever off and detached from Kawachan, there are no there's no shine in them. It only happens a couple times in book 2, but if the head is ever off and separate from Kawachan, there's no soul in it, I guess. I don't know. There's nothing supernatural about it. It's just a goofy thing that I forgot to draw it, and then I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. That's a cool Easter egg. So, yeah, there we go. Kawachan's been left at the front door, because Yuna's got things to do. Obviously. And, oh yeah, I didn't love this expression. I'm gonna see if I can, up it a little bit while I draw the lines. This one I redrew a bunch, because it just didn't have the right, I gotta go kind of energy. It just sort of looked like, hey, I'm going upstairs, bye. The face, it obviously, it is the face, it just doesn't have the right energy, I need that energy. Oh, that nose, her little pointy nose. Oh, already. Okay. You know what? Making the pupil not a circle. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Step forward. May actually have helped. No, she's not looking worried. Not yet. Not yet. I think that's just kind of her state of being. Oh yeah, and I redrew a lot of this background, so her arm got moved down. For any of you who are just that's not quite in the right space. Nobody is doing that. I'm just talking. Sorry, y'all. Again, a lot of energy, so I want her hair to kind of be moving. Maybe I can redraw her mouth a little bit. Ah, gotta go. The eyes definitely look better. I think the mouth just needs some work. Oh, maybe. Maybe we're getting there. Maybe a full circle kind of thing. A lot of times they do the under, because she's looking kind of from above, so you would see more of her underlip. But maybe it's completely open. Yeah. I think I like that. Again, I don't know if it has the energy, but it definitely looks better. just want that expression. I want that good expression. I can add like that hair. She's like really leaning over, so maybe like put her neck back. Make her head's more down. Maybe shoulders up a little more. Yeah. We're getting there, guys. Oh, together we're getting there. I'll check the chat in a sec. Just want to like look out. Yeah, it's coming along. After we get both of these two in there, I'm going to, oops, whoop, go back. I'm breaking the silent heat. Yep, I'm very behind. Sorry if I'm reading things again. Oh no! Okay, sorry, I saw it went out just a second ago. I was about to be like, rah, rah, rah. It might have actually been doing this a lot. It's just doing like little offlines. I don't know if that's my internet or my, what's the program I use? The OBS? Is it? Yeah, OBS. Maybe it's just not very good. Who knows? It was like, not me, Dennis. You got me there. I was gonna say that. Sorry, I'm like emotionlessly reading your stuff. Sorry. Goodness. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Alright. But yeah, if it does go off like that, again, it seems like it goes back online. It just takes a sec. It could just be the program I'm using, because I feel like when I looked up how to stream on YouTube, that was not their main program that they were like offering, because you can use like a bunch of different programs, and you have to like pick which one you are using. And OBS, which I thought was like the big one that everybody used, apparently was not one of their main choices, but you could like pick it from a menu. So who knows, maybe I just need to get like a different program. I think we're also oh, I accidentally hit Command P, which made it turn to print mode. I think I might put her on the back character. I'm going to call this, not Kawachan, I'm going to put back character, because I want to have some front elements that cover them, so I'm going to cut her out of here. Oh wait, wrong one. Cut her out of the line layer, and then stick her in, I'll do paste, paste special, paste in place, so that she's right there, and she will be on the back character layer. I'll merge down so she's in there. Yeah, so I can do like the stairwell, and it won't mess with front Kawachan. I can do the stairs, and it won't mess with front leg. So that's how I'll build these two. I don't normally have to get too like extreme with how these builds. Her hands might also be on a separate layer, possibly, but I'll draw them for now. Actually, I am gonna wait till I get the background layer done, so I can line it up properly, you know? So she's integrated in her background perfectly. Skirt, 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 pleats on a skirt. Like I said, she's probably going to be getting some new clothes soon, so I don't have to worry about this plaid skirt anymore, which is very cute, but sort of a pain sometimes. Definitely getting slightly better at drawing a skirt, but, you know, it's a hassle. So yeah, her arm goes down. Oh, yeah, finish her hair, because I kind of got a little sidetracked. A little higher up. Yeah. Just gotta make her, like, skull kind of work. Ooh. And I feel like I can be a little more, like, lumpy with her hair, because I am gonna just scribble in some shading pretty soon. And I'm gonna also, she's just gonna be a ghost with no legs for now until I get the background in there, just to finalize it so that her feet actually kind of interact with the right stair. 'Cause she was drawn when I had like the old stairway drawn. I redrew it so it kind of moved down in space. The perspective was slightly better. Let's go to her hair and just shade. Again, not the most exciting process, but this is kind of one of those like You turn on some Netflix, you just get some work done, and you just go and mindlessly shade. But luckily there's not too much to do on this page. Sometimes there's a lot of her hair and it's like very big, so I have to like really spend time on it. It's the one bad thing about having her hair have this like hand-drawn inky look, is that you have to kind of like get this shine to work. And you have to kind of follow the contour of where her hair would go so that it makes a little bit of sense. I'll fix this up. And under here is a little darker because it is shaded more, but I still want this like, see a little bit of the line go through. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, back to this one. So yeah, anywhere her face is facing, usually I just make this side very dark. It kind of adds less detail that take away like stuff from her face. Like if there was too much going on here, it would be too much right next to like the face. It would take away from like your attention, and I don't want that. I want everyone to look at her beautiful face. I'll go back and read the chat in a sec. I'll finish this hair up and then I'll go check and see if I've lagged and lost it again. Because sometimes I just sit here and I talk to nothing and I have no idea what's happening. Again, I can draw outside of here if I want to, because I'm just going to delete it. I just don't want to get like in this bubble or this panel. Yeah, if anything, I've tried very hard to make this comic very easy to work on. The workflow is not too bad, because comics obviously are very tedious, and I definitely would like to do things with more color, but I'm also, you know, I'm a freelancer, so sometimes I have a lot of downtime to work on things, and sometimes I have no downtime. So I just want to, whoops, save. Gotta always save. Just want to do that. Okay, wait, I'm going back and reading. Jumping down, jumping up, jumping up, jumping up. I missed a lot. I'm sorry. Okay, okay. What is it? What is this? Happy birthday. It's hearing. Why are you hearing screaming? Jeez. Maybe, but also maybe not, because it's a Saturday. And people sometimes just do stupid stuff. Skirts. Sorry, I'm like very quietly reading. I missed a lot, and I'm just trying to go over everything. Kawachan is a Cinnabon in disguise. That was kind of a meme a while ago, was calling everything a cinnamon bun. And I approve of it. That's just a theory, a Kawachan theory. Oh my god. I do see a lot of people theorizing that Kawachan is her brother, and I am open to people theorizing, and I don't want to like goof on everyone, but we do see her brother in book 2, and he is shorter than her, and the costume is a lot bigger than her, so I don't know if that one holds water, y'all, but you're welcome to imagine that he grew very tall. He's like 13, 14 years old, so he's not quite as tall as her yet, and she's already pretty short, so maybe they're just kind of, I don't think they're a short family. I think like her mom is very short and the dad is not that short, so her brother will probably be taller than her, but I think that's quite a bit of a growth spurt for that amount of time, so I apologize if I've ruined your game theory, but The timeline, I'm trying to like subtly talk about the timeline within the story, so I don't want to like completely go over it, but the book 2 flashback happens, I would say, a couple months before the monsters show up. So it's within the same year of this happening. I figure like the monsters kind of come out late summer, and where we are in the story is about October, November, I would say. Yeah, that looks good. Cool hair. Let's save. I'm gonna go into my notes page, which has my limited color scale. I'm gonna do the skirts. And I'm going to make a separate layer. Oh, I'm also going to turn off the character tie downs, so that'll slightly make it a little cleaner. We won't have their lines, but we'll have the background lines still open up. There might be a couple drawings that might be accidentally on the character layer, so I'll just turn that on when that happens. But line, I'm going to make a skirt layer. Skirt. And just kind of thick to thin, kind of willy-nilly, and I have to be a little gentle with this one because it's small, so it's going to get very overwhelming if I like put full pen pressure on there. But, usually I do like thick line at the bottom. I usually don't care about it, but I do kind of have like an order now for this thing. 2 lines, I'm not really going to follow the contours, it's fine. Another thick line, 1 thin line, and then a thick line. And that tends to be the order that I do for that. There's usually a line through like the waistband part of the skirt. Anyone excited for Smash Bros? I sure am. I'm grasping at conversation. I'm so sorry. Oh no, I do not like that. I don't like that. I'm going to redraw that in the thin line. Perfect. Done. Again, I can draw off the page. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It does. A little bit of that thick line. Done. Oh god, I forgot there's way more. So kind of trying to follow a little bit of the contour because the skirt's kind of popping up a little bit because she's running up the stairs, so her knee is bumping it. More thick lines. Thin line, thin line. Thick. Oh, whoa. Thick. Oh my god. Just draw a line, please. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna... These two are close together. And there's another thick line. Done. Skirt. It's a skirt. It's all good. And also, there's like a thing with a lot of anime characters where the schoolgirl skirt is like that stupidly short look that no one has in a school system in Japan. So I'm trying to make sure that her skirt is like an actual realistic length that a school uniform would have. And it's not a super like crazy uniform, it's like a polo shirt with a skirt, but it makes it easier for me. Although it'd be cute if she had like a sailor style one. Maybe in an alternate universe, who knows. Whoop. Oh my god. The skirt, yeah, I will say, if I don't have to worry about this skirt anymore, that would be very nice. So its days are kind of numbered at this point. Oop, yeah, fix that. I keep forgetting she has no legs. I keep looking down there like, what happened? Oh yeah, I didn't do that yet. Another thick one. And sometimes you can just kind of create like a wiggly line. There's so many lines that like it works if you just do that. Cool. Well, I got the hang of it at the very tail end of that. I'm going to do some backgrounds. starting with this. And I'm going to get I'm going to make a background layer. Background, notes. The background layer is a lot more hot pink than the line layer. And then obviously like the text and the speech bubble layer is very dark. Sometimes it looks black, but it is actually a very, very dark pink. So, but yes, background line is very nice. I'll check the chat also. Sorry, I'm a little off with where my layers are. What? Silence? Sorry. Going up, going up. It's all square all day. Does Photoshop cost a lot? It can. I feel like you can just get Photoshop on its own, but I think it's like, it might be like, I don't know. It's been a while since I paid for it. I obviously use it for work, so I can kind of justify the cost because I can also write it off on my taxes. But if you're like doing it, I'm pretty sure they have just a Photoshop only accounts. Yeah. That would be something to look up. I know people do like, you know, illegally looking for a thing, which I think is a lot harder to do now. I've never done it. I've always bought my programs, but it took me a long time to buy Photoshop, like for myself. There's Photoshop Essentials too, I think, which hopefully they still have that. That's like a dumbed down version of Photoshop, which has pretty much everything you need. You can still draw in it just fine. That's what I used to use, but again, they keep changing it so that you have to have the subscription. So that's just something to look into. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. You know, people keep saying that, like, what if Kawachan's wearing a second suit underneath? Like, that is my joke theory. And that's kind of what I usually just think. Like, there's just another one in there. I'm sorry, I missed a lot. I'm so sorry. I realize I've been talking for a little longer without checking this. A film theory. Tell us your theory. I think maybe Kawachan is a family member too scared to show it to her. I think at this point, and we'll talk, Yuna's going to talk about that in book 3, why kind of she thinks that Kawachan doesn't take the suit off and why she kind of accepts it. So that will definitely be a thing that comes in. God incarnated. I don't know. Who knows how much biblical goof is going to be in this. There's really not that much, but what if it's her brother? Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be... Oh, jeez. Your mama jokes. What year is it? Is it your mama jokes like a thing? Because when I was like in middle school, high school, for some reason, like your mama jokes were big enough that there was an MTV show that wasn't good and it didn't last very long. But yeah, I'm catching back up to where things are. I didn't confirm anything about Kawachan's identity. Kawachan is still unknown, so I have not confirmed anything about being half mutant or anything. That is still up in the air. Nothing has been confirmed. But I think I have pretty much confirmed that Kawachan is human. Why are we talking about friends? Oh. Jeez. I'm still reading. Yeah, really, I do believe if you want to get Photoshop, look into maybe seeing if they have the essential plans, because when I had it, pretty much you could do anything with it. The things that it did not include, really, I didn't use, and I still don't really use. Breaking the silence. A potato religion. Sir Kartoffel, I don't know if anyone's from the book 2 streams here, but there was a kind of stream joke, and you may see that joke referenced in book 3. Actually, like within the next couple chapters, there might be a little Easter egg. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, okay, yeah. So the door is solid. There's no like window to it. Yeah, the reason why I had no design for the door is the next chapter, or the next page, sorry. Everything's a chapter. The next page where Kawachan is in this setting, they are standing in front of the door, so the door never had a look. So I did not draw it yesterday in the stream. Yeah, that works. Some slippies. Dark on the inside. Ooh, you know what? These slippers do not really have a look, but I kind of want to like fluff them up. They're like really fluffy. Because like furry things and like fur balls, like fuzz balls are very in right now. So I figured like a fluffy, that and those sequin things where you like, you push it down and the sequin colors change because there's like a separate layer of sequins underneath. So yeah, we'll add some of that. It's fun to add detail to the worlds. Maybe these are her mom's slippers or something. Maybe her mom really likes like a good like fluffy slipper. We forgive ourselves if our perspective is not good. We just keep telling ourselves that. It's okay. Oops. There we go. And again, I always go through this, making sure I'm on the background layer. If you ever want to draw a straight line and make it perfect, even though it's a diag, hold down Shift, click a point, and click a point, and just kind of like go back and forth until the line thickens up, or sometimes it thickens up at the beginning. There's no exact science to it, but, oop, I accidentally hit X, so it turned to black. This comic does not have that, not today. So I use that a lot for my, my lines. I'm gonna double check the chat. I feel like I should just keep checking the chat because if I don't, it's just gonna lag and I'm gonna keep talking to myself forever. A little bit of that, a little bit of that. Really like kind of matte underneath. Add like some texture. Yep. I don't think I'm going to put a design, but there is a welcome mat or a foot mat on the ground. Yeah, this is a like suburban-y type house, so it's not going to be, or like a little condo apartment-y sort of thing. So it's not super traditional, but it does have what it needs. Got some door stopper things to keep like the leaves and dust out. Some hinges on the door. Not an exact science again, but it's fine. How do doors look? I don't know. Have you looked at a door lately? You think it's easy, and then you start to draw it, and you're like, I don't actually know how a door works. Kind of the step on the outside. Oop. Just gonna do that. And again, because it's on a different layer, I'm just going to put like a fun matte effect over it. Oh, shoot, I forgot this skirt. Wait. Oh yeah, I did forget that skirt. I will quickly go back and do that, but I'm going to finish some of this background stuff first. There is, because there's a window on this wall, and there's like a little thing. That's not a bad door. We're doing pretty good. Okay. This layer does not have a background, so I'm just going to keep going. And yeah, you can kind of put this like fun effect on where you can, if you draw, if you stick the matte layer on and it's over a character, I can click on this little box over here, this like white box, and if I draw, it disappears, but it doesn't completely erase it. Like if I erase, the line comes back. So if that's a good way to be able to erase something but not lose it completely. Checking the chat, checking the chat, checking the chat. Oh, cool, we're talking about Hamilton now. That's exciting. I like Hamilton. I live in New York, and I moved here when, like, Lin was still on stage, and I was very sad when he left, but I knew for certain I was never really going to get to see it because those tickets are $800. Are you kidding me? Never. Yay, thank you for joining. If you've never joined a live stream, I don't really watch live streams too much either. I've just got some intel on the creators of Teen Titan Market, and not surprising, not me. What is it? If you want to start a Discord, you can do whatever you want. It would be completely fan done. I'm not gonna, I think, start that. I would be way too, I couldn't really say if I'd be a very good moderator, just something like that. So that would have to be something that people made, not me. Oh yeah, I also, ooh, what is going on? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, back on the right layer. Oh yeah, there is like a key thing that I forgot to draw, but I think it's lower to the ground. So it's going to be behind his head, her head, his head, their head. Kawachan doesn't really have anything specific. And I don't really know. We're not going to see this much because the head is kind of blocking it, but it'll be there. Just to kind of tell myself that the information is there. I'll finish this photo album, photo frame. This is what happens when you're just sitting and talking to yourself in your room. Oh. See, this is such an easy way to draw a diagonal line. Why? Who needs any other tool when you have shift click, shift click, shift click? Perfect. Beautiful. Oh yeah, also the bat does not have nails yet. I forgot to add them. So I'm gonna finish this like little step part. Or maybe not. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go back and quickly draw this. Or I will forget and then put the chapter out and not notice it until the very end. That has happened a couple times. It's actually, there's a mistake in the last chapter that I need to fix, and I will not say what it is, but I'm sure people have found it. But, there was one where she was, it was back in book 1 where she was holding her backpack, and I never drew it, so it just looked like she was holding straps to an invisible bag that was just not there. So we have that, and then since we're here, let's just do the skirt. See, this is surprisingly not going horribly of a stream, so I'm glad. What did I miss? Well, now that you said, I'm not screaming yeet. You have to understand the type of person I am. I would definitely say yeet in the real world, but I'm in my apartment with my roommate outside the door. I will not be screaming yeet. It's not happening. Ugh. Hamilton, Hamilton, Hamilton. But then people say what I miss, and then it just makes you want to sing What Did I Miss from Hamilton. Mistake? I haven't found it. Well, it's there. There's definitely a mistake that I said I would fix. Someone pointed it out in the comments, so, like, it's there. Weird flex. What flex? What did I flex? Oh, did I flex that I made mistakes? Oh, their lag is so bad that I have no idea what you're referring to, so I apologize if that's the case. You could be responding to something from years ago. Probably me talking about Hamilton and how I could never go see Hamilton. Yeah, I can't. But he was here. I mean, I guess he lives here, doesn't he? He lives in New York City. Somewhere. There's probably way more celebrities. I don't see them that much. I think I saw someone once from Orange is the New Black, and that was about it. Oh, I don't like that tangent line. And I thought I saw Jonah Hill once. And I'm still kind of convinced it was Jonah Hill. But that's about it. I haven't really seen many celebrities. Cool. Okay, so double checking. We have a skirt for all of them. We have a ghost Yuna with no legs down there. And let's get back to doing this background. Whee! So the wall back here goes like this. What did I miss? Virginia, my home, sweet home. I actually don't know if those are the words, so I'm gonna stop singing now. Because I feel like I don't listen to What Did I Miss as much. I like it a lot, but I tend to just kind of be like, I don't know, I'll listen to it later. I don't respect that one enough. I feel like that's a problem. Whoop. Straight lines. The savior of backgrounds. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. That's not good. Let's finish this. It's also because the character. I might turn off character layer. Now we have the floating skirts. Back to backgrounds. What did I draw this on? Did I draw on the skirt layer? I think I did. Ah, shoot. Well, that's typical. Actually, it's not that much of an issue, I think. To very carefully select it. I'm going to just cut it out of this layer and paste it into the other layer. I did not intersect too badly, so... This is what happens when you start to sing Hamilton incorrectly. Cut. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong layer. Oops. Oh, no, wait. Edit. Step forward. Please select the whole thing. Cool. Skirt. Cut. Draw background, edit, paste in place, and then I guess I can't merge down, can I? Delete layer mask? Okay, cool. It wasn't letting me. Oh yeah, his background's off. That's what it was. Merge down. Okay, so now the background is on its actual layer. And I didn't mess up as bad as I thought I did. It's fine. Let's double check the chat. What a mood. I know, sorry everybody. Oh dear. My teacher blasted Hamilton. I'm sure teachers love Hamilton if it gets people excited about history. I love Guns and Ships. I think I actually listened to that today, but the leaves were very nice. So I turned on some moody indie music instead and walked around the park for a couple hours. Kawachan. My audio does lag. Yes. I think it goes offline for a second, and that cuts out like the recording, and then it just like blips back to the future. I have no idea when that's happening, so I'm just gonna keep going as I am. But I apologize. That's a thing that's definitely going to be a factor, and I knew that was going to be a factor, but you know, what you gonna do about that? Not much. Not much you can do about it. If I keep being frustrated about it, it's just, you know, it's just gonna make me frustrated, and we're not gonna get anywhere. So, oh yeah, so let's actually do the door. It's nice that we can turn these characters off. So I can work in peace. All these dang kids hanging out. Okay. You know that song? You know, the beginning of Act 2 of Hamilton. Goodness. I've always been a history kid, so I have a feeling if Hamilton had come out just a little bit earlier in my life, I would have been that kid that was like 9 and trying to rap all of Hamilton. because I really liked historic things. I liked like the American Girl book series and dolls when I was a kid. I liked there's a museum, kind of outdoor museum in Michigan called Greenfield Village that I love. Greenfield Village is super cool. It is like an outdoor museum, so you can go inside houses and like they're very historic. And there's like Thomas Ederson. Wow, Thomas. Wow, I can't. My brain just exploded, and I'm not even Edison. Thomas Edison. His laboratory is like they have the actual laboratory that they tore down and rebuilt there. So you can go through his laboratory as it was. They have the Wright brothers bicycle shop with like the model of the plane. I don't know if it's the exact plane. It's probably just a replica in the back of the shop. Very cool. Favorite museum I've ever really been to. And it's all outside, so you can kind of walk around in the sun and then go watch someone do glass blowing. And that's probably the dream. So always liked time travel-y kind of things and historic fiction. Loved the Dear America books. If anybody's ever seen those, they're a Scholastic book. It's, I think, a Dear... I don't know exactly what the that version's thing is called, but there is definitely a UK version. They're like fake fictional diaries of kids in the past, which I loved. I thought that was so cool. Just like kids going through stuff. God, this laptop is getting a little toasty. I don't know. Maybe this is lavender. Yeah, and I think the longer the stream lasts, like, the laggier it gets. So that's why I usually try and do only 2 hours or so. But we're kind of on a roll right now, so I'm enjoying this. It'd be cool to get it done. Oop. Oh yeah, and I do have this nice staircase. But I think we're gonna lower it a little bit. So it's on a different layer. I just kind of copied it and pasted it into this layer. Oh yeah, that's kind of where it would be, but still the height. Maybe just the drawing itself needs to be shorter. Maybe it should be like about here. Because I want it to be like the height of this needs to make sense of like a person standing here. And I think the ceiling goes up higher here. But I want to make the staircase look good, and obviously the couch doesn't quite match up. Actually, nothing matches up. I'm doing my best. I'm not great with these. I'm much like a jet. I feel like it's... Oh, I found God. Bye-bye. You know what? I really need to get into Dear Evan Hansen. I think I listened to a couple songs, but Shrek the musical, they did televise. I don't know if they televised it, but they put the recording of the musical on Netflix a little while ago. It's not on there anymore, sadly enough, but it was an absolute blast. I loved that. Oh yeah. Oh, what layer am I? Oh, I'm on this layer. Okay, wait. I'm trying to figure out this, like, wall, because it definitely doesn't make much sense. So this wall goes all the way up there. The staircase only goes up to about here. The staircase got moved over, oddly. It's a good musical. It's very, very good. Hamilton's great. What else? I mean, musicals are just good. They're just good. But yeah, I don't think I've really done much with Dear Evan Hansen, but I've heard many good things, so I should probably watch it at some point, or listen to it, I mean, at some point. I did have a friend come to New York. I don't get to see shows too much because they cost money. Be more chill, anyone? Oh, I hope people are being chill. Shrek is an actual musical. It's actually very funny. Lord Farquaad is a guy who does the whole role on his knees because he's supposed to be short, but you can see his legs sticking out in the back. It's very funny. It's a very good self-aware musical, and I'm pretty sure there's a whole scene or musical number about farting, which is very on point with Shrek. No, but I got to see Wicked again, which was a very big musical for me when I was younger. So I had a great time. Definitely cried again. And it's like the third time I've seen it, but I've never seen it in New York. So I had a blast. Musicals are the best. I like them a lot. I also saw Frozen. She kind of got tickets for Frozen for me, which is not my favorite movie, but I was very pleased with that because that movie was basically made to be a musical. It fits so well, and they did a great job. Okay, yeah, I'm just following kind of the design of these stairs. But I have like a guideline here, this line there, so I'm trying to kind of match up with that. But the perspective's a little off, so it's going to get a little longer, I think. Is this like the same stream yesterday? I'm singing the same songs. I took dance. I never really took singing, so I don't have to sing well. I was a dance kid, not a sing kid. Or a choir kid. I was a band kid also. Played flute. Flute and piccolo and bass flute. And when I was younger, I played violin. Why are we talking about musical instruments? Just because I'm rambling. It's fine. Cool. The stairs are pretty much done because they go off screen. So, yeah. I think there's the wall. I'm going to briefly turn off the background layer. Oh, no, wait. I'm going to turn off this layer. Yeah, I mean, it still kind of like goes up in a weird way, but it works better than I think that's. I just kind of want to make it look like it's you can go around this, like this is a stairway and you can keep moving up. Maybe like something like this. Let's see, the beginning of the railing. That's probably a good idea. I'm not going to worry with too much detail with this. I'm just going to have it be a line. Oh, wait. We gotta also put this couch in here, which I kind of threw over. But the stairs are in there. I'm also gonna stick these guys back in there. Where's the character layer? Character line. They're in there. See? Check with that. Lynn and Benson mashup. Story of Tonight. Oh, I like that one a lot. I like, oh, nice. Oh, yeah, I love Coraline. Coraline's really good. My favorite Leica film is Paranorman. I like that one a little bit more than Coraline, but I like Coraline a lot. And that has some cute... It's not like a musical movie, but it's got like the little Coraline song, which is cute. Sorry, I took a drink. I like stop motion a lot. Like, there's a cool studio. Yeah, so there's a window back here, curtains. And it's very high up and it's kind of a narrow window, so. And this is kind of the bar that the tension rod that the curtains are on. So I'll do perspective of this whole page is going to be a little off, this whole panel. But I think, like, it's just one of those things you just gotta get done, you know? Can't nitpick forever. I mean, you can, but it's not really productive. And then there is like a little bush out here. That's all the info we need for that. There's the wall. Oh yeah, it's very lopsided, but it's okay. There's a lamp here. Oh yeah, I never like finished this thing in the tie downs, but you don't really see much of this little thing. Oh, Facebook notifications popping up. Drawing a couch, super exciting. Sometimes backgrounds are not that exciting, but it's fine. Oh yeah, I think I am gonna make this like a little shorter. Yeah, this drawing has changed a lot just to kind of like adjust things, so just trying my best. Again, best way to learn how to draw things that you're not used to drawing is to just do it, and I'm not great with backgrounds, so doing a comic kind of helps me get better. A little coffee table. I feel like it's a little wider. Yeah, maybe, no. Maybe, is that right? That's fine. Oops. I'll check the chat in a sec. Check the chat in a sec. I actually might move this table back because they do end up kind of on the ground over here. They sit over here, so I want to give them like reasonable room to sit. So let's just kind of nudge this coffee table back just a little bit, just a little bit. Perfect. Yeah. It does make this side of the room look very bare, but it's fine. It's fine. Kind of beef up that. Whoop. So a little peek down there. Done. Oh, almost. You've got some rugs. Almost there. Almost. Oh yeah, I forgot. Again, I have not added the legs of this thing. I'll check the chat before I keep going. A good mashup is good. Oof. Mega oof. Infinity oof. I'm an oof kind of person too. Mean Girls was the worst horror movie. I like that movie, but I mean, it came out when I was a teen, so it's kind of my era's teen movie, and I think it's like, you know, it's very relatable. It's not super dated. I think it's a timeless teen movie, but I'm sure there's definitely other movies that are directed towards teenagers that I don't hear about because I don't need to. So I don't know about them. Oops. I just need to care about kids' cartoons. That's all I care about. Oh wow, why is this wall like this? Nothing is intersecting, which is weird. An odd mistake, but I will fix it. I think I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna make a note for myself, but I think there is. Actually, I know there is. There is some like molding or whatever you call this. It is called molding, but there's like these kind of things down here. So just add that to kind of keep things consistent. You won't see them on too many other walls in this one because this is all completely covered. Yeah, it's pretty lumpy, but it's good, and we're going to add the light fixture and almost call this a day for this one. And we only have a couple more to do, and we might actually be done soon. We'll see. I mean, soon is relative. It could be a lot longer, but we're getting there. We might finish it in this stream. A light fixture up here. Oh yeah, and then there's like a walkway rug here. And then there's like a kind of a little bit of a pattern where there's like these arrow kind of things. They don't have to be super clean. It's kind of supposed to look a little woven-y, but we're only just hinting at the design because I'm not taking my time with this one. I'm going to turn off the background tie-down layer. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I think we're gonna call that a day. And I'll probably make adjustments. I'll look at the other pages that I've worked on to make sure that everything matches. But that one, oh, whoops. Turn the background tie down. So we only have a couple more. So we do have to make these dudes. Yeah, these are tall ceilings. I'm not really sure why. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, erase that. It's just a little shelf above the door. There's the vase over here. With kind of the leafy looking things. I'll clean that up in a sec. Oh yeah, there's a plant that kind of goes over, so we can erase some of this. And that's a plant. I'm gonna fix it up a little bit. This does not look like a plant. I mean, I don't think it is going to look completely like a plant, but we just kind of want to make it look like something that is leafy, that is like spilling over. And then there's a little bottle also, but that's going to be too small, so that is behind the plant, and then there's that thing. And again, we have to do a kind of front backgrounds. There's the ceiling. There's the wall. And we can kind of go over because that's going to be its own layer. The door is its own thing. To make sure that the handle's on this side. I think there was another page where I drew the handle on the other side, but obviously the door opens this way, so it has to be on our on the left side of this side of the door. Gotta check that. I will check the chat. Check the chat. Check the chat. Have I ever had a plate full of food with people just staring at me? Yeah, probably. Because I eat a lot. Maybe not a lot, but like if there is free food, I partake, and I'm not going to be awkward about it. And I don't know about desserts. Ooh, buffet. I haven't been to a buffet in a while, but I love buffets. Winona? Oh, Heathers is crazy. Yeah, no, Heathers is a good movie. Definitely, oh, I love the musical. The movie is interesting. It obviously doesn't completely hold up in like the fact that a character gets introduced by pointing a gun at a student at school, and he only gets suspended. And they're like, wow, that was so cool. He brought like he shot blanks at a guy. Like, ridiculous. Not in this day and age, but it's a darker movie, and I like the movie, and I like the musical, and Winona Ryder is awesome in it, and it's an interesting character study, and it's pretty cool, and the musical's got some good tunes. There's a picture frame here that kind of looks like I drew a comic page, but it's one of those like family ones where they have like a bunch of photos in one thing. I think I goofed it up a little bit. Yes, there's a picture frame there. And then, oh, let's make sure that there's 2 picture frames on this desk. Probably a very bare, like, end table near a door, but I'm used to a little more clutter on something like that. A little bit longer of legs. That's where the wall would go. And I have to make sure that we add. Yeah, but if you're a fan of Winona Ryder, Heathers is a very good Winona movie. It's got Christian Slater. It's got murder, I guess, if that's your thing. Again, it does seem to take, like, school violence in a funnier way, which is obviously not the case in kind of modern America, but it's still pretty cool. You just gotta, like, go into it with that state of mind. Like, yeah, there's gonna be some goofy stuff that might not hold up today, but I think I own Heathers too. I just don't have a DVD player, so it's like back home in Michigan. Not with me in New York. So this is the wall. We don't have to add anything else. This is just kind of the stuff that we need for that one, and then I'm going to do this one, and then we'll do the front stairs as its own layer, and finish poor Yuna. So she finally has some legs. There's a wall. Oh wait, I didn't draw Kawachan. Okay, so wait, before we do that. Back and forth, back and forth. Where's the tie-on layer? Okay, so Kawachan is standing here, looking up. And we did not add that, so I'm going to do that right now. Ear, ear, and ear. No, rounder, rounder. Yes. Good. Head. Maybe with a little bit of the cheek. Just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's really all we need for that one. That one's easy, but want to make sure it's on the right layer. Background, make sure we get the right color. Boop. Oh yeah, I have like a plant in the corner over here. I do have, I haven't opened it yet, but I do have like the floor plan of this room, because when I was doing the thumbnails for this scene, I needed to figure out where everything was. We obviously don't see much of the TV area and the bookshelf, but we do see just a sliver of the bookshelf here. So it's good that I at least planned it out so I can kind of make sure I know where everything is. Let's just get my perspective back. Okay, that's fine. We're not going to really see any books in there, but it's got books in there. I will kind of finish the plants. Cool, I'm on the right layer. I had a moment of like, did I do it? Did I get on the wrong layer? There's somebody with the radio like just bumping in their car downstairs somewhere outside. Delete these guides. Ooh, it's a plant. We're gonna have to fix these like eraser lines because they don't look really good. But add it again. Yeah, I guess that works. I'm not gonna do too much of this plant stuff, but just kind of to show that there is a plant here. We will go for it. There's more light. We could do something like that, but I think I'm just gonna. And I will check the chat in a sec. But I will finish this leaf. Finish this wall. This is at least not a super obnoxious background to do. It's not super busy. I think the stairway is just going to cause me a little bit of grief, and then I can quickly do some shading, and this scene should be pretty much done. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of vein, just a tad. I feel like that kind of takes away from it, makes it look kind of mapley, but yeah, that works. Cool. Alright, save, jump back to chat, check. I thought you were a potato. Me a potato? A candy potato. This is what happened with the first stream, is I kind of forgot to check for a while, and then everything was about potatoes. and superheroes. I have no idea if people from that are in this stream. If you guys are not from the first stream from when the potato thing happened, I'm shocked that we're back on the topic of potatoes. I know, it's exciting. Except, oh, what's my favorite food? That's really hard to tell. It depends on my mood. But I tend to like savory foods more. Yeah, you guys definitely don't have to stay through the whole thing. I'm not like, how dare you leave while I ramble to myself in my room. Turn off the tie-down layer. Oh yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do a front background because there's like back characters. Keep that up there. And a new, we'll call front background. This, whoa, that's like accidentally hits the full fill layer. So this will be nice because I can just do this, wrong, I guess. No. Do some cleanup and we'll like get rid of all these extra lines because it's starting to look a little confusing, but it'll all make sense in the end. And this tangent line is not doing it for me, but I'm just gonna call it a day. I'm just gonna say it's fine, even though it bothers me. Tangent, by the way, is like when lines all kind of conjoin in a weird way. It's better to have things that are a little offset. So there's a bunch of lines kind of coming in this little corner. I don't like it. And I might be able to move the stairs down a little bit, but it's for now I'm gonna just let it go. It's okay. Okay, so stairs. This one is pretty much almost done. This one is very easy. I can maybe do that. Yeah, we have to add the. I'm gonna turn background off. Oop, not background character. Background off, so I can focus on this. Front background. Okay, so there's these like rails, I guess. Oh, I don't need to do that, but I need to erase this little guy. Whoop. And add another one. Yep, there. So we'll see that there. That's all we need for that one. Obviously, this one is behind her, so that's good. And then I'm just going to point, click, 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 picking it up. Cool, cool, cool. I can see like my own computer's lagging a little bit. Like the drawing is taking a second to catch up with it. So that is not even just the stream. My whole computer's just getting hot and sad. I'm trying to, it's very zoomed out, but I'm trying to get it so that, okay, whatever, it's fine. So let's do some of these. Oh yeah, I'm going to, where's the tie down? Background, oh yeah, background tie down. There, that's a guide for these stairs, I believe. Front backgrounds. Let's see, we are in front of her. This one's might be a little bit messier. I'm just gonna call it a day. Oh yeah, see, it's always what happens is we get to a weird spot where it just doesn't work very well. And also, I think these are gonna get shorter as they go down, so. In theory, I should do like a guideline for up top and a guideline for down. And that would probably get the perspective back on track, but I'm just gonna call it a day, it's fine. So yeah, this is supposed to be kind of going back in space a little bit. And yeah, I'm going to also take this guy. I'm gonna go to edit, Transform. I'm gonna do skew, I believe. That's probably not gonna work because it's already a diag. Can you stop? Go back. I can do that. Yeah, this is, I think, what I want. Obviously, you want it to be going down. I'm pointing at my screen like you can see my finger. That's not how this works. Apply. So I'm going to continue drawing the spokes. Oh wait, I'm also going to move it over because it is now... Oop, nope. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh my god, it is not working. No! Okay, can you move over? There we go. Jeez. That's annoying. Oh wait, her hand is also not doing it anymore. Okay, yeah. I just want it to match with her hands better. Again, it's fine. I'm saying this more for me, just so that I know that it's fine, not for you guys, because you guys are probably like, it's okay, like, it's okay. I'll check the chat in a sec. In a sec. Want to get all these in there. Yeah, it's a pretty bumpin' Friday night in someone's car outside. And I know it's not just like a party, it is like a car, because it will go away. Wait a second. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure that these like little diags aren't still in my thing. Save. I'm going to turn off background layer for a sec. Oh wait, no, wait. We need to put the little bit of sofa. There, that's it. That's all we need. Okay, so let's turn on background. I'm gonna check the chat, and then we're gonna add her arms, and then we're gonna clean things up. Sorry, Adam. Oh no, I hope you had good food. I'm here. I'm noticing. It just takes a while. I'm going back up. I'm going back up. I'm going back up. I'm going back up. Reading and reading. Potato, potato. It's so hard to like have a real conversation when I'm talking because it takes like probably 30 seconds to a minute for me to see this. Aw, thank you. Why math? Oh, math flashbacks? Yeah, this does kind of bring back some math. But definitely not in like a, we don't have to be completely in there. But yeah, perspective is kind of a thing that takes over. And I think that's why people don't like to work on backgrounds, because it's scary. Wait, why are we offended? I think I missed something. Oh, complimenting me. Hotel Travago. What's going on? Stairs are very hard. Stairs are really hard. What is happening? Oh, walking upstairs. I mean, yeah, I guess walking upstairs could be hard if you've ever, like, fallen really hard. Maybe you always have that, like, fear in the back of your mind. Oh, yeah, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I'm only one episode in. I did all of Hill House. The Haunting of Hill House. Yeah, I think we might have to redraw her skirt a little bit. Possibly. We're gonna just go with it for now, but I think what might have to happen is her skirt has to go upwards so that her knee can go down. Because right now the skirt is like this, but it might have to be like this, you know what I mean, don't you? Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. We're gonna cheat it as it is. Just say that the leg is back here somewhere. It makes no sense, but it's in there. Fill it in, fill it in, fill it in, fill it in. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong layer. Haha. No, we want the back character. That's the layer she's on. Redraw. Yeah, I don't know if people have read, or not read, I'm sorry, seen more of Sabrina, let me know, because I'm very excited to keep going with it. I just have only gotten into one episode, and I liked it a lot. It made me, on Amazon, you can watch the original Sabrina. So I actually watched a couple of those because I loved the original sitcom for Sabrina the Teenage Witch with Melissa Joan Hart. Loved that stupid, I don't know if stupid, but like that puppeted cat Salem version. Thought that was the best. I'm going to pull her arm down a little bit. And I think on the line layer, I'm going to draw her hand. Her hands. Turn her down a little bit. That character. Put her on there so I can just focus on these hands. It's like that's not how people hold the stairway. So maybe like her wrists are more down. I feel like when you're holding on a stairway, your wrists kind of hold a lot of weight, so you don't you're not holding it like. That's a very awkward hand. I'm gonna keep that there for a second though, because I really like how that turned out. Oh. I don't know what that reminds me of. I feel like it reminds me of like, whoops, a certain hand. Oh, it reminds me of a Tarzan hand from like the Disney movie, because he walks on his knuckles, and Jane draws his hands. And I always thought that was like a really cool scene. So I was like, wow, they can just like draw his hands like that? That's crazy. It's crazy. This one's gonna be quite an interesting cleanup. Bat character. So we're gonna fix her whole arm. We're gonna fix everything about this. The whole arm needs to be redrawn. Actually, not the whole arm, but we are going to drop down and do something that goes a little like this. We're gonna have to also fix. Her hand got big. I wonder what happened. I think I just got a little too excited to draw these hands. So I'm gonna make them smaller. Some satisfaction, take me to the stars and the make them smaller, tinier fingers. Okay, yeah, we'll bring them together. Like her arms just really tucked back there. Apply. Yeah, I know. And then I hope I layered these right. Come to find something's wrong with it or something like that. It's all good. Oh yeah, so that character. Yeah, okay, so that's good. That's better. I'll also check the chat in a sec, but I'm going to go to the skirt layer. I'm going to erase the stuff that now overlaps. Oh wait, no, that one's good. That's a part of it. And then erase this, and I'll go read again what's going down. And then right now we're at a good stage where we can just clean up the layers. That hand's staying there for now. Taxes. I mean, I don't know. Taxes is part of growing up. Taxes. Oh, yeah, I do like The Conjuring, and I guess the chair does get yeeted, and I feel goofed. Can they doot? Who can doot? I'm so lost. I have to go back up. You guys have gone way more. Duct tape and a baseball bat solves everything. It kind of does. She probably does carry it in her backpack, like a bunch of duct tape. Talking about bee flights. You guys are on a lot of topics. What? You can do a lot with a chair. Sit in it, stand in it, lay in it. Throw them at people. Yeah, you can. Yeah, the chair does get yeeted, but more like it gets flipped upside down and dropped. Unless there's a different chair we're talking about. You can sip some tea now, but just don't go crazy with the caffeine. Tea's a good drink. Okay, we're gonna do Matt's. We're gonna go meet our good friend Matt, and he's gonna hide all of our overlap. And we're gonna add matte layers to pretty much everything. Okay, no, what are you doing? Matte layer. Alright, so like I said, all I have to do is draw over it. So I'm in front background. Okay, yeah, let's do that one first. So like, it erases it, but it doesn't completely erase everything. Like the information is still there, but I can. What am I doing? I'm going to make this a little smaller. A little smaller. Yes. So anything that's behind her in this layer. No, not those ones. Those are good. Those are good. Those are good for now. Oh yeah, so, oh no, wrong one. Okay, so that one's fine. So then, I may have to jump back and forth a little bit, but I'm gonna go to just back character. How about that? So, I'm gonna give some room for that. Oh no, not that one. Oh yeah, this down here. I have to remember where everything is layered. It's fine. It's all fine. I think for now she's good. Right? No, she needs some help, but only like here. So we gotta erase this bit, erase that. Oh yeah, the skirt does need a layer. I just realized. So that it is free of that. Oh yeah, okay, so now I'm gonna go to background. Background's the main one that we have to do. Get just slightly bigger. Ooh, my elbow's getting sore. I've been drawing too much. Oh yeah, wait. Yeah. Okay, this is all coming together. See, I'm like discovering this myself a little bit. Normally this is a lot easier, it's just like the background with the characters on top, but this one has a lot more layering and fun stuff like that, so I am making sure that I get this right. But even if I mess up, it is a very easy fix because we are playing with our good old buddy, the matte layer. Yeah, so like behind Kawachan. Already this layer looks a lot nicer. So behind Kawachan. Nothing is completely gone. Oh yeah, this is what we need to do. Back character, stuff like here. And then the skirt. Little eraser. And then where's background or background? No, front background. So front background, I need to make it so that these hands look good. Oh no, wait, that one's gonna be there. But so that the hand can overlap. We don't see too much of that. Yeah, getting it. It's all coming together. How exciting. Okay, so that's cool. These ones are fine. Yeah, this is all coming together. It's all coming together. And background layer, matte. Gonna erase it behind Kawachan. All this stuff is gone, and now it's starting to look like an actual page. Rest in peace, the doorknob that I tried to make sure was on the right side and isn't even going to be shown. But that's life, buddy. Yeah, these elbows, behind the skirts, and then we're going to do a little bit of shading after this, and that's not going to take us too long. Like, this is pretty much it. This page is getting there, and this is very exciting, and it's less work than if I don't have to do another stream. Although the streams are very fun, but it's obviously a gamble with this. So I'm gonna erase. Yeah, I'm gonna erase this hand. Rest in peace, goofy hand. Oh, oh, it didn't want to go. Wait, what layer is it on? Oh, it's on the line layer. Sorry, I thought I tried everything. I was very confused. I'm going to do the cleanup around the things, and then we're just gonna do a fun shading way that I enjoy that looks kind of nice, a shading technique or whatever, that also includes the matte layer, our old pal. I'm gonna check the chat in a second, because I'm rambling way too much right now, but we're getting a lot of progress done, and I am very happy about that. So let me just delete all of these extra lines. I'm just selecting all of the stuff outside the panels right now. Carefully, because they're not amazingly lined up, so sometimes like a pixel gets over and I don't want to delete like a strip of drawing. But there is quite a lot of line in between, so we want to clean this up, and it's going to make this look so much fresher. So, just delicious. I think that's it, so I'm going to just kind of zoom out just to see the whole thing. I am going to just click these and just hit delete. So delete, 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 delete. And I think now we have a clean page. Cool. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to grab the chat first and just say hello. It's coming together. Attention Fortnite gamer. I've never played Fortnite, so I have no idea, but I do know there's a lot of dancing involved, and I can do the floss. And I've shown it to people. I've actually demonstrated it for work before, which is an odd thing to say, but that's the job that I have. Get yourself out the window. Oh no, there's a knock at the door, but no one's behind it. I want a dog too. I can't have a dog. I live in too small of an apartment. So I have plants instead. Oh my god, someone's doing Johnny... Oh, Cringe Llama's got Johnny Yes Papa going on. Hey, don't do that because they will... They keep monetizing... I'm telling a joke, but I'm also telling it like it's actually a warning. But they are... Billion Surprise Toys is popping down anybody who's talking about Johnny Yes Papa, which is a shame because it's a good thing. It's not a good thing, but yay. Yeah, I know, book 2. So the description says this is for book 2. This is actually for book 3. I just forgot to update the description because in the live stream it just saves the description for every video, and I usually just go, oh, I gotta get started. So this is actually the wrong description, but it is the first page of book 3. I want an owl. Oh my god, I wanted an owl when I was a kid too. I'm gonna go back and do some of this. I mean, obviously it was a Harry Potter kind of world, and owls were very cool. The hot toy that all the kids wanted was an owl. So I'm gonna make a shading layer, shad, and I'm just going to, for this scene, there's a lot of like darkness. Ooh, wait, hold on. Oh wait, background, delete. Okay, so back to shadow. So I'm gonna make the whole thing the shadow layer, or the shadow color. So I'm gonna select all of these bubbles again. Now we're selecting the inside, not the outside. The last time we did was the outside. And I'm holding shift so that it like lets me grab a bunch of different things at once. And shift. Drag. Okay, so we can see the whole box. Shift, drag. Oops. Whoop-de-doodle. Aw, beans. Okay. So, almost there. And then all I have to do, because the room is kind of dark, but there's like, it's daytime, so there's going to be sunlight coming from the window, is, let me get the shad. Okay. Then we go to the matte layer, hit that little square with the circle in it, and now with the, wrong thing. with the brush tool and this matte layer, we can pretty much just draw and it will become white. It will like erase that bit. So there's some light from outside. So we're just kind of erasing the light bits, basically. And they're kind of walking in, so the shadows are going to be behind them. There might be like a little bit of like under shadow here. So yeah, if I erase, it will go back to being pink. But if I draw, it will erase. Love the matte. Love the good old matte. The bush. A lot of dots because it's kind of textury. Nah, I think that's good. Sure that there's some dots. It's very bright. This needs to have some light on it. But it can be kind of off because she's walking in. So I'll make like that. Maybe like a little bit of highlight on these guys. I'm gonna make a smaller brush so I can just do it. They're just kind of reflecting some of that light from underneath the door. And there's a little bit of light in here as well. So I'm just gonna put it on the wall. Done. This one is good, I think. Get the hinges on there. It can be a little messy. This is kind of obviously the look that we're going for is just a little bit messy. And the light is behind, but it is still kind of strong, so I'm gonna do that. And then get a smaller one and do like the bow. A little bit underneath here, and then I'm gonna delete that bit. Yeah. Actually, I might delete a little bit like this. Ooh. So you erase too much, then I'm gonna go back over and just give it that like, because this brush is very feathery, it's not smooth, so I want a little bit of that on there. I wonder if I should do like white, and then we can do like this kind of thing where there's like a shadow. That might be cool. I did something like that with, I think the very first page panel that Kawachan was in, with this like shadow over the head. If I don't like it, I don't like it. We'll see. I'm gonna. Yeah, I kind of like it. I'm gonna call it a day. So then, after that, the light source is only this window. So these guys. Don't do as much. Outside we have the sun, Mr. Golden Sun. We're almost done with this. I can give my laptop a break. So a little bit on the top, but because the rest of the bush is facing the window, doesn't get much sun, so it's going to be mostly in shadow. But these curtains can get some light on them, so they're facing the window. This guy, I think I'm going to just kind of, I'm not zoom, I want to zoom out. Put a little bit of that on that light fixture, because that is that. And I'm going to say, yeah, kind of want like a part of the room to be lit. It's lit, I guess. I don't know. Does anyone say it's lit anymore? And then underneath the table is obviously not, because it's a shadow. And smaller so we can get this lamp. Again, I'll double check to make sure that the shading works with what I've done with the other pages. But for now, it's pretty straightforward. Stop. Okay, there we go. Clickety clackety clack. So a little rim light around their heads. I don't know where that's facing there, but they're kind of behind a wall, so they're not going to get a ton of light. They are good. Good. I'll check the chat. Maybe a little bit of. No, her hand would be facing away. That's good. Maybe a little bit on the shoulder because there's a lip to it. A little bit on that shoulder. There. Oh, we forgot to erase a thing on the ground. Go to background. Free her foot. Oh yeah, we never finished drawing her foot down there, but I'm just going to leave it for now. Watch as it does not get put in the final version because I'll forget about it. Okay. For now, that's good. I'll check the chat, and then I'll keep going with the other things. Clicking noises. Is that just the recording? It could just be a bad microphone. I'm just doing through there. Or it's me doing... So I apologize if I do that more than I expect. I probably subconsciously click my tongue. Moody bird, he must save us. Eaters. Oh god, my wrist just cracked. Who will save the dank now? I don't know. Super Deluxe got shut down, so I don't know who's gonna save the dank, because they were pretty good at that, handling that issue. Oh, hey, whoever's handed their thing to their sister, tell your sister hi if she isn't watching anymore. Yuna needs your help. Wait, what happened? What's going on? The light is nice. Thank you. Litted. Yes, no. All the kids these days say litted. Ah, yes. Oh, wrong thing. I need fabulous. Oh yeah, here's a fun fact about me that I pretty much share to pretty much anybody, so I don't know if it's like a secret, and I'm not ashamed of it, but I am a fan of High School Musical. I do enjoy a good High School Musical song. I have pretty much every song except for Breaking Free on my phone, and I definitely listen to it while I'm walking to work. And it's okay, it's normal for me to do that. It's a completely natural thing for a human being to do, and I don't need anyone who says otherwise. Just saying. I'm very defensive about it. There you go. Okay, let's do these guys. Chin. So light source is this side, and there's not going to be much of it, so we're just going to do a little bit on her arm. Oh, not over her arm. Maybe like a little bit here, but not too much, because her arm would be hiding it. There. Oh. I'll erase it here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, this, I like when I can do dark rooms, because being able to just erase the lit parts makes it so much faster than shading a bunch of shadows. You wouldn't think it, but it's true. Gotta go. Bye. Let's get this in there. Oh, it's happening. It's really happening. Things are finally looking up. Oh yeah, and I want maybe a little bit of the nose. I'm gonna get a smaller one. This little snoot gets a little light. Light on the snoot. Oh! Light on the snoot. No, light. There we go. Light on the snoot. Light on the brow. That looks pretty consistent to me. I do like this page. Oh, shoot. Background. Where's that? Cool. That's a shadow. Snoot. Arm. Arm. A little bit of that. Do some of these. This is a photo frame, so these are glass. Fix the skirt a little bit. Rim light on that. Okay. So then the stairs, except to that. And that. I'm pretty sure someone already had like SpongeBob reference stuff in the chat, but whatever that scene, I swear to God I've done this exact same thing in the other streams I've done, but the one where SpongeBob has to write his essay and spends a while just kind of creating the font for the very first but a lot of like, and some of these, and some of this, and that's pretty much how it feels sometimes to draw. It's very exciting, and then it's usually not like a big thing. But it's getting there. She's kind of in a weird spot, so I don't think she'd get this much. Well, maybe she would get that much light. She's kind of up higher. Well, no, the light's kind of facing down. Dilemmas, dilemmas. How does the world work? How does light work? It's very strange. I'm gonna do that. Oh, look it. Cool. I don't know what I'm doing. We're getting there, though. This has been way more successful of a chat stream than yesterday, and I'm shocked and amazed, and I'm feeling very cocky, so I'm sure something will go out because I'm like, yeah, nothing bad won't happen today. And a little bit of those. No, I don't like that. But we're getting there, because I think all we have to do is maybe put Kawachan's light here. And that kind of like draws your eye to it, because there's white on this kind of dark pink, not dark pink, but like this light pink darkness. Let's fix up this ear just a smidge. I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking we may have it. I'm going to click on the ellipse. That's kind of where these would be. I'm going to move these around a little bit. But for the most part, the page is good. The page is very good. It's there. So this might be it. Like, I think I'm going to switch over. I think we kind of got this done. Wait, I'm going back and reading everything. Because I'm behind. Memes, yeets, yeet, yeet. I feel scammed. Why? Oh, by Cringe Llama. I'm going way higher because I missed quite a bit. Oh, thank you for putting the Johnny Yes Papa. I got back up to Johnny Yes Papa. And I love it. I do like a lot of very bad things, like just bad movies, and when Johnny came out, I was absolutely fascinated with it. It's just, there's a lot of bad like children's content out like that, so I mean it's nothing new, but it's just very fascinating. Billion Surprise Toys is very interesting. Johnny Johnny is very interesting. Baby Shark is very interesting, and it all could be tied to like kind of a conspiracy of not really like a big conspiracy, but just to monetize views. I don't remember what video I was watching about it, but they kind of like went back and looked at the companies that run it and distribute those type of kids channel content, and it was very interesting. Super Zero is going live. Oh, you can leave if you need to. Oh no, tell us the tea. Wait, what? Oh my god. Cthulhu. Tell us the tea. People who like to validate, you're not rambling. Yeah, I am. It's fine. Recite my favorite meme. I don't have a favorite. All memes are good. I do like to recite vines, though. I want an owl. Oh yeah, okay, so I'm here. I'm back to where it kind of was. Bye. Cool, people. Save the dank world. Dank world. Birds. Things. Yeets. Lots of yeets. Clicking noises. Sorry about the clicking noises. What's happening? What would happen if a girl said, oh my god. Don't forget the foot. Don't forget the foot! Don't forget the foot! I got it. I knew there was going to be something in there that was important. You have saved me. Get it back to size 6. Oh, wait. That was very, Friday the 13th of me. Back to the color. Line, layer. Right layer. I mean, at this point, if I draw it on the wrong layer, I think it doesn't really matter. Cool, there's a foot. There's a foot. Oh my god. Are we there? Have we done it? We've done it. We did it. I did the foot. You did save me. The foot is finished. I knew there's a reason why I have to go back and read everything from the chat. Oh dear. We have fun here. Cool. Yeah. This is about as long as I had hoped to work on this. And we did it. And it's there. And I'll obviously finish the bubbles. I'll double check to make things work decently. Oh, you know why I didn't draw the arm is because Kawachan was supposed to hold a bat. Kawachan, like, where is Kawachan keeping the bats? So I'm going to very quickly redraw. This is what I wanted to do, and I forgot this is why I never drew the hands. This is very like holding a sword at your hilt kind of thing. This is an odd pose, but it looks like it. Also, the bat that Kawachan uses sometimes gets very large and then very small. It's fine. So we're not really going to see it much, but I just want to imply that it's there, so it's not like I forgot about it. Because we do know that Kawachan has the bat at this point. But, backgrounds. We're going to tell a story. The bats are going to be against the wall over here. So I'm just going to show that. Whoop. I'm going to show both of them are there. Cool. Continuity is saved. Thanks to the Powerpuff Girls. Okay, so... Oh. See, you gotta think of everything because someone in the comments will think of it, and there we go. Yay, we did it, we did it! Cool. We figured it out. So, yeah, I'm just, like, watching the chat. Oh, no! See, now I'm seeing so many things. We gotta fix this. Through her head. Ba 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 ba. Isn't working on comics fun? You always forget something. There's so much to think about. And I tried to make this as simple as possible. Like, I could have gone way more complicated with the whole style. And we kept it good. Cool. Yeah, thank God I was watching that. I will definitely look over. Oh God, and also save it. Save it, save it, save it, save it, save it. Watch the whole program just cut out. Cool. It's all there. It's all there. We did it. So thank you. I mean, I guess like at this point, it might just be good to like send y'all to bed. Like go get a snooze. I actually don't know. You might be in different time zones. Obviously, I'm in kind of nighttime time zone right now. How do you post to webtoons? Oh, I'm gonna actually type this in just in case, so you guys have it. Because it's locked down to Photoshop, so I can't run you through like my internet browser because it is only set to record Photoshop. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna, just because I've actually seen people do this, allows you to post comics on a desktop. Use the mobile app on a desktop. The top of the screen near your account. Yeah, I remember like posting on Webtoons was not very hard when I like created the series, and updating chapters kind of used to be confusing because I didn't really know the interface of the website, but yeah, I remember starting up the series was not hard. It was pretty straightforward. It just wanted like the info. I was thinking about how they posted. Oh, sorry if I didn't quite answer the right question. Double clapping intensifies. The rug lines are running into the stairs. Oh, God, you're so smart. Oh, you're right. See? Oh wait, no, that's actually okay because this big bubble is going to hide that. So all of this is going to be white. Although let's actually do that because I think the bubble's going to move downward. I'm going to adjust some things, but so you're right. Let's actually get rid of that. So that is in the background layer. Cool, cool, cool. And yeah, there's a couple things where it goes over, and that's just sort of because a bubble will hide those mistakes. Actually, I think for most of it, they're pretty much fixed. So yeah, that's actually good because I was going to move that bubble down. I forgot about that. Thank you very much for pointing that out. This is why it's nice having like extra set of hands. Double check your work. Yeah, you really have to like proofread everything. But there's just times when you get kind of like, I got it done, and then you don't want to look at it anymore. Meme review clap. Yeah. It's very good to double check everything. So I'm very thankful that I had an extra set of eyes on this because for some reason this page actually did get a bit more complicated. But this is page 1. This will be a part of the update, and usually the first update of every book is pretty short. This one is still going to be, I think, short technically, but it's longer than the other ones. I'm definitely trying to figure out the best way to break up book 3 into 5 parts that make sense. So some of them might be very long. This is going to be a very conversation-heavy book, I think. There's a little more talking because now we have another character that can speak. When before we had one. Actually 2, because the first book we had Junichiro. Double checking the... Yeah, seriously, it is nice because sometimes they aren't super background heavy, and then you don't have to think about it. Yeah, next update will definitely happen before Thanksgiving. I'm gonna actually pull out my calendar because I had like a day that I wanted to do it. Next week I'm gonna do some Art of Book 2 stuff, and then I think the weekend after I will definitely be doing calendar. I'll give you guys the date because I post on Saturdays, and I should probably put that in the description so people can read it. So this is the 3rd. Okay, so the 17th. 17th I will post the first bit, but I will have a week off because I will be going home to Michigan for the holidays, and I'm not bringing my laptop home, so I'm not gonna deal with comic stuff. I will just post the update the week before, and then hopefully I will have something for the week after. But I'm gonna be pretty busy this month because of an animation project, which is very exciting. But I'm still doing like work on the weekends. It's just I usually can get maybe like 2 to 4 pages a week, which is not what I usually used to do. I used to get like 2 a day, and then I was doing them like 5 days a week or 6 days a week. So I was getting book 2 got done pretty quickly. Yeah, I will definitely be doing another stream when book 4 comes out, and that'll probably be like within the next 2 months or something. And I'll obviously be posting that when I do that. We'll just see, because freelance work, because I work in commercial stuff, tends to get busier during the holidays. So this next like couple months till the end of the year tend to be busier, and I'm definitely booked up until December for sure. So I'm gonna be kind of busy, but like I said, yeah, I do Q&As at times. Maybe a Q&A live stream would be cool, or just doing a Q&A, another one. I definitely don't want to do a Q&A between this book, because I feel like I just did one, and I'm pretty open to answering questions anyways, so you can probably just leave me a comment, and I usually will answer it. Unless it's something that's spoilery and I can't like get into it, then I'll ignore it, or just like the comment. Krya, bye, yeah, bye people who are heading out. I'm gonna pretty much end soon, but I'm very thankful for you guys coming to the stream. It was very nice. It was nice chatting with you guys too. I miss a lot of the chat that you guys did, and it looked kind of chaotic, but it was funny. 1 sub, 2. Wait, what do you mean sub? Like on YouTube? I'm so goofy about that. But, what's going on with this? What's happening? Where am I? Yeah, it's been fun. Tune in. Obviously, next week there will be an update, and I will post some design notes from book 2, with the 17th being the next update for the first bit of book 3. With some sporadic posts probably the next couple months, or month and whatever. But we're getting good headway, so we can definitely pop out at least something before the holidays, which is exciting. I don't like, stopping, because once you don't post, you get kind of in a rut where you don't want to work on anything. That does happen, where you're like, oh, I don't want to do it today. So if I keep myself going, I won't get into that rut. Comics are hard, as you can probably see. But this was very fun. I like doing these live streams. I will definitely do one after book 3 concludes. And in the meantime, I will just keep going at my own pace. And you will definitely get something within the next 2 weeks. Thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna cut the stream soon. I'm gonna cut the stream right now. I'm from the Midwest, like I've said before, and I'm bad with like ending things. It takes me forever. So I'm hitting the stop stream button. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye.